Hi guys, it's Nairobi Sisterhood and you're here with Maya and
Ngina.
today we are talking about something very controversial. But maybe it's not controversial to some people, but it can be a bit triggering for some.
Trigger
And
warning, actually. This is a trigger warning.
yeah. So today's discussion is about red pill content, like our views, what we think, is it helpful, is it not?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then at some point, we'll look at some actual footage from people who create red pill content and see to what extent we agree with it or not, or just react to some of it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I feel like the vibe is already set. We
Okay.
already know where we stand, but I think it's also important for us to acknowledge that there may be places where we actually agree with them.
Yes,
And
that's true.
like acknowledge the nuances of any specific topic and have a conversation about it and see where we lie.
Yeah.
Yeah, so let's get into it. Let's start by the definition of red pill content. What does it mean to you?
No, first I think maybe we should be like, what is it?
Okay.
Objectively, like
Objectively
on Google.
Google. So I just looked it up right now. On Google, red pill is used to refer to a process by which a person's perspective is dramatically transformed, introducing them to a new and typically disturbing understanding of the true nature of a particular situation. The example they've given here is, I had no real idea what horrors these animals suffered before getting to my plate. Then I took the red pill and now I can never look back. Basically, like transforming your way of thinking.
It's like an awakening
Yes.
into what really is.
Yeah.
Or the reality of things. Kitu kayo.
Yes. So that's objectively the meaning of red pill, but red pill content
is. Hey, okay. There are so many ways to describe it because obviously some people think it's like manosphere content centered on men and how they will improve themselves. Sometimes people think red pill means the study of women in the dating scene and in ways they can understand them and be able to interact with them better.
Yeah.
And then some people just think it's locker room talk revamped, like online locker room talk, where men can talk and say whatever they want about however they feel and about the women they've interacted with.
Basically just putting like a microphone in the locker room, which is how it kind of feels sometimes.
When you watch some of these podcasts. Oh my goodness. Anyway.
Yeah.
And obviously locker room talk is unfiltered.
Yes.
Like you're not there trying to be politically correct and all these things. So red pill can be a bit
extreme on one end and also inconsiderate of other people's feelings in terms of if you get offended, nobody cares.
Shidako.
Yeah. Which is also, I guess, even us when we have our podcasts and we have our opinions, we don't really care too much about offending people on the things that we actually truly believe in.
Yeah. But then who makes you like the father of masculinity or the father of male content or the person to be teaching people about how they should act and how they should be men, quote unquote?
I personally think that the people who've taken up this role are people who, through one way or another, have gotten money, and even after getting money, don't have access to women the way they thought they would.
Ooh, that's a good one. That's a good one. I think it's just also gender wars back to back.
That's exactly. That's another thing. It's like a men versus women thing.
Fight.
Or like red pill content versus radical feminists. Yeah.
To some extent, I almost feel like red pill content. I think red pill content is a reaction to extreme feminism. Because maybe at some point and we're not saying, when we say feminism is a push for equality of sexes, mostly uplifting women because they were the ones who were kanyagwad for the longest time. We're not saying that's what it is the case right now, but yeah.
Wait. Are you a feminist?
You see, the problem with answering that question, it will... No, listen, hear me out. Because it has a negative connotation, it will make people not listen to my views moving forward. So I will answer the question of whether I am a feminist at the end.
We can both answer that question at the end.
At the end of this episode.
Yeah.
Because imagine if someone who listens to red pill content comes here and then you say you're a feminist. That's the end of
That's
the end of them listening to this.
That's true.
message.
Yeah.
And we're not going in on them. Like, we're not here to hate.
Yeah,
so
we actually, no, we're not here to hate. We're just having a discussion. And I really wish we would get like someone who, I don't want to say believes, but subscribes to the red pill content.
Yeah.
And they be here with us. Maybe that should be the next thing we do after this conversation.
Yeah.
Just to be able to actually get someone's real time views. And we comment on those. And we have a discussion with that person.
Because I asked two of my friends who listen to, like, one is into the manosphere. Yani, those ones for akona vitabu, anakurekommendia the books.
Yeah.
Ako like, this is a very good book. Not him telling me, you should buy your boyfriend this book. Okay, my ex-boyfriend at the time, but you should buy your boyfriend this book for his birthday. I said, absolutely not. No, not in a bad way, because I don't understand. Yeah. Okay, he's when I asked him, why do you like the content? He said the reason he doesn't. I asked him, does it teach you to be a man, or does it teach you how to be a better version of yourself, like a good man? And he said, I'm not taught how to be a man because I already am.
Yeah.
But it teaches me, let me find his exact words. He said, like, it teaches you should work hard to improve yourself as a man in all aspects, say financially, physically, and mentally. Because if your motivation is to get women, most women will pick men at the finishing line, i.e., men who are accomplished as compared to mediocre men. And this world basically does not pity a lazy man.
I can understand why.
So that's one of the pros, I think, of red pill content. Yes. We keep complaining that men do not have communities. Because women, I mean, we have communities in our churches, we have communities at home, we have communities at school. Babes will talk about, it's almost like you can find a sister in everything.
Yes. I can walk outside here and be like, oh my gosh, could you help me with this? And like, yeah. And immediately,
we've already started connecting on something.
You're a sis.
Yeah. Guys don't have that, or I've not seen many guys having it. As of now, I think I have a couple of friends who have good.
They're getting better.
It's healthy more friend group.
Yes.
But not many men have that, and not even that. They won't talk about their problems like that. It has to be like umeshindwa kujibeba.
Yeah.
You're unable to carry on cross for you to even share it, and for women it's not the same. So I appreciate that the red pill community, maybe not red pill, let me say male-centered content, male-centric content, is creating an environment.
More like content made by men.
It's content made by men for men.
Yeah, content made by men for men.
For men, to enable them to, one, navigate life. And life is hard.
Life is hard for all of us.
Navigate life easier. I can see the like the positivity in it.
Yes.
My challenge,
however,
is I don't understand how someone can... Some of the content is very... When you come and talk about your problems, I can come and say, man, I feel like I'm struggling with the dating scene. Yeah. I come to Ngina and I'm like, I'm struggling with the dating scene. And like, guys are this, guys are this, guys are this, guys are this. For me to use the line men are trash is a wrong language.
Yes.
Because men are not trash. Some are, some are not.
Not specific to our context when you come to me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What do you mean?
Like, if you come to me, the reason why, if I say men are trash, I will never use it. Like, you've come to me to tell me how you're feeling about your dating life.
Yeah.
And I won't say men are trash to you like that, because it's ignoring your context and the people who you're engaging with. And it's basically putting you in a situation where, like, you're hopeless.
Not even that. I know, I wouldn't say I've never said the statement. I have. In the heat of my emotions, I have. But I don't think I'm out here parading and making content tailored to hate on men as a particular group or a sex just because of my experiences. And the problem with red pill content is it's almost like a bunch of frustrated guys coming together to say, women are gold diggers, women are this, women are this, women are manipulative, women are what, women are what. And it's like, okay, so now I laugh. What then? Like, it's very dangerous, because for a young man who is probably someone who, assuming a guy who has not even entered the dating scene
like that,
goes onto the internet and sees content where men are being told that women are all these negative things, and that for you to beat the system, you need to assert your dominance on. I think word. It's the wording, because you can very easily say, the content can empower men to have self-respect.
Yeah.
Hatukatai, like
have boundaries, have self-respect, have standards.
Kwanza the standards. You cannot be sleeping with anything just anyhow because you're a woman or a man.
For them, it doesn't matter where you are on the chain, like what type of woman you are.
Yeah.
If they get to sleep with you, that's the goal, regardless of.
I think it's the type of male content. I think not all of them subscribe to that thing for just sleep with anyone. But
okay, let me sorry to interrupt you. I was having a conversation with an acquaintance of mine who's very into.
He said you did not meet the friend threshold. But let's move. Yeah, I'm so rude.
I'm going to say acquaintance because
that could never be your friend.
That could never be my friend because we had been more than friends at some point.
Okay, so fine. Acquaintance.
Which goes to show people can get along, regardless of what your political opinions are.
Yeah.
Anyway, so we were discussing red pill, and actually I was curious, so I went on to like just ask so that I can find out how do you think?
Yeah.
And the goal is to just get laid, like full stop. Doesn't matter whether the baby is slim, big. I mean, obviously they shine on you for getting people who are not conventionally attractive, but the fact that you got laid that's the goal. He told me there are 4 things that matter for people in this whole red pill movement, which is 1, getting babes, getting money. When I say getting babes, I don't mean being in a relationship.
Like sleeping with a woman.
Volume, like as many people, as many women as you can, sleep with as many women as you can, get as much money as you can. However, like it doesn't really matter whether you get it legally.
Oh my God.
And also the goal is usually to look like you have money. Not only have the money, also look like you have money.
So chaotic.
There was another thing I've forgotten. Oh yeah, and gym. Yeah. So workout, meaning physically look good. You can't be.
But is it you're physically looking good for you?
No,
like, is it for health, or is it because if you're telling men to be better people by making their money, working out to be healthy?
Objectively speaking, other than the women thing, those other things they're just fine. Like I work out. It's not because I'm doing it to get as many men as possible.
Yeah.
It's a health preference.
Okay.
And if you don't do it, I'm not going to be like, oh my God, Maya is so unhealthy. No.
Okay. But in short, it all stems from the fact that they have been rejected by women and want to access as many people and respect and status as they can.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, and they do that by being, rich, good looking, or trying to be good looking. This specific person also, I don't know if I should say this. We'll decide whether to keep this part. Went on to get surgery.
What?
To make sure I don't know if we'll keep this one, just to make sure they will be identifiable to people in my circles. Get surgery to make sure that they look like the macho dominant alpha male. And that's the other word, alpha. I don't even know what alpha means, but to be an alpha male, you need to be all these things. You need to be the one dominant in your relationships, meaning
in your friendships, in your
relationships, you're the one telling people what to do, which 90% of the times means you're an asshole, because you're not considerate of anyone else's feelings. It doesn't matter what anyone thinks. It doesn't matter whether
other people's input.
Yes, it's either your way or the highway.
This leading pack thing is a bit odd.
Why are we in a pack?
Why can't we just be friends? Why can't we be equals? Yeah. And I'm not saying there are people who are obviously there are people with more strengths than others. There are people who are better at planning. If you're going somewhere, there are people who are kila mtu ana strengths zake. We all have our different strengths, but then I don't understand why there has to be like even when they talk about female groups in this content, they're always saying things like, there's always that person in the babe in the group in the club who's preventing you from talking to the pretty girl because she's not pretty enough, and I'm just like, no, you just look like a creep, leave her alone.
Like if I ever stop Maya from talking to someone, it's because this person
there's something off.
It's giving serial killer vibes.
Yeah, like
maybe if they are speaking, I just keep a close eye, like a very close eye. You're going to talk when I'm there. Like, if there's nothing you're going to say to Maya that you think I haven't heard before, it's
And if I want to ingia his box, I'll ingia his box.
and
Like,
he'll be
he
like,
won't
okay.
be like, no, don't go home.
Yeah.
If I want
Like,
to
oh,
go
you
home,
want to live with him? Okay, just please send me your location.
Exactly.
Be safe,
Like, it's
call me
not
in the
that
morning.
deep.
Text me if you need anything like that.
I think my problem is the centering it on achieving maybe babes. I don't think that's a healthy focus point.
It's
Let's
not.
start there.
It's not.
And then also the negative language used can be very detrimental because it's breeding, and this is a con of the movement. I think it's very it fosters incel. Is it incelism, Mama? It's called what?
Incel means involuntary celibacy.
It's just,
And I
they're out
think-
here just hating
don't
on
know
women
which-
for no reason. Yani, I'm like, why are you haterish? Like, so relax.
I think there's a cause and effect that goes on between like red pill content and incels. I think incels are the primary subscribers of red pill content. By their nature, the initial beliefs that they have
Yeah.
do not enable them to get women or get a person or a partner in the conventional way.
Yeah.
It's the entitlement. They have a bit of entitlement to women, and the fact that if you come at me with entitlement, I'm not gonna be with you regardless of how hot you look, of how
Whether you have money, whether
it
you have
doesn't
what.
matter, because that's how they approach women from the jump.
It's like,
No
no.
one wants to be with you because you're not a good person. Why would I want to be with someone who feels entitled to my body because I am a woman, feels entitled to me? Because historically, women were the ones who are meant to care and nurture and give just because. So you approach every woman from that angle, you're not going to get anyone. And then you become very, what is the word?
Aggressive because of rejection. As in,
Yeah.
can you chill? We consider this thing for, and the reason I'm saying this content is very dangerous to us as babes is sometimes you meet someone and then they're obsessed with humbling. They're obsessed with humbling you. They're obsessed with telling you about yourself after you've rejected them. And it's like, I just don't want to imagine sweetie, it's not by force. Even if you had more facial hair, even if you were as tall as, I don't know, you were 6'5".
Yeah.
It's not about your height. It's not about,
not.
I just don't like
how
you.
many people
And it's
who are
okay.
like-
There's someone else who will look at me and be like, I don't find her attractive.
and that's fine.
And that's fine. It's okay.
It's not about
Just
I
take
think
your L and keep it moving.
This is for
why are you
the
attacking
men.
people in the name of, I don't know, she's rejected me and she's only a 5. She's a 5 to you, she's a 10 to somebody else.
Yes.
Like, leave her alone.
But if you wanted her in the first place,
is she really a 5? Or are you trying to say you don't have standards? Or you don't have taste? Check yourself, sir. Check yourself. It's, oh God, it's so...
It's actually very... Yeah.
And then kwanza, when you reject someone like when you're in your mid-20s or not like 30s plus, this notion that age, I think the problem with this content also is it commodifies women. It makes us feel like goods. Because why are you talking to me about as if I'm something you're purchasing? Like, yeah, after 30, you're rotten goods. It's like, I'm a human being. This content is supposed to make you feel like you're a human being and should be respected because you're a man, not because of... Because I think it also came up because men were only being respected because of what they bring to the table. Like they are
only men that have money.
Financial status, power, those things. And they're trying to say we're still men. Like you deserve respect. For me, a fact of being a human being, despite being a man, even if I don't have money, I still deserve to be respected. Which is true, you do. But now, imegeuka, that's why you're making us
the enemy.
Not even the enemy. Now they're like, let's play the game. It's like women are a commodity. You see that thing for how many women you'll sleep with.
Yes.
You're getting the best in the market because high value man, high value woman. Like high value woman is only according to beauty. It doesn't matter whether she's educated. It doesn't matter if she has a job. Because apparently men don't care about those things. And it's fine. Men don't care about those things. Some men don't care about those things. Some do. That's why they're here trying not to marry people who are not on their
educational level. And that's fair because even us, we have a standard of the type of people we want to marry. We want to marry someone who's educated at least on some level.
But you can't commodify people.
But yes, that's true. Having a preference is not the same as commodifying a human being.
Ew.
Because you can prefer people who are taller without making people who are shorter feel like they're not human beings. You can prefer people who have money without making people who don't have money feel
some
like
type of way.
Exactly. And having a preference doesn't necessarily mean that you don't engage with these people. It doesn't mean that these people are not in your circle. It just means that when it comes to dating, maybe that's not what turns you on or something like that.
It's
and
not
also, you
even
don't
that
have
deep.
to, even if you really don't like me, then don't talk to me. You know, it's as easy as that. Like, if I am too...
Not even that. Don't take certain things personally. Don't take preference personally. Don't take rejection personally. Because I remember having this is now a personal reflection. There's a times I was talking to some guy and he was telling me how his exes were mostly 0.5s. They were mostly what?
Mixed race.
Yeah. Hey, my brain did. Sorry. They're mixed race. And I remember feeling some type of way. It had nothing to do with me. Yeah. But I think I remember thinking, then why are you dating someone who's fully black?
I get that.
And then I'm like, you think they're better than us? Because, you know, you have internalized racism, you have internalized colorism. I went in. And then a few days later, I thought to myself, what was that about? Because why am I projecting my insecurity? I literally called this guy up and I apologized because what was that about?
Yeah, because that's you feeling like he is telling you you're not worth it, but that's not what he said.
That's not what he's saying. Because if that's what he was saying, he wouldn't be here hitting on me.
That's true.
It was a bit...
I understand what you're saying. I understand feeling some type of way, but I'm also glad that you apologize for projecting.
No, but it's just saying it's not personal. Like, people's preferences are not personal. People's... rejection is not personal. I can hit on a guy. I can text a guy. There's a guy I've been texting.
Wait, what? You have been texting a guy?
There's a guy I've been texting.
I'm finding it out right now.
Like, Nika has told me memo. Like, and
he's not understanding. Are you being forward? But you know, these people...
That's the thing. I'm just like... But you know, women are not about... I don't think we usually...
This story. Go for it.
I've been just saying, hello, I like your work. Like, every so often... And this guy is not carrying this conversation. Like,
because he doesn't know what you want, girl.
That's the thing. Yeah. But later on, I found out he had a girlfriend. Oh. So I understood why he wasn't carrying the conversation forward. But I'm so glad I did not take it personally. Yeah. Because imagine if I was like, Kwani, this guy doesn't think I'm hot. Kwani, then I come like, vent. And I'm talking about how men are just stupid. They can't see how much we like them.
Yeah.
I'm here ranting on Reddit for a whole 2 weeks because a guy didn't reply my messages and he doesn't even know what I want, and apparently he was in a relationship. I'm gonna need you guys to really look within. Because what is this?
Anyway, can we go into the videos and react to the videos?
Oh my god,
a few pieces of content. We're going to...
You're a woman over 27, it's time to sell. If you're a woman over 30, it's time to it's time to mark this shit on 50% off. If you're over 35, it's time to put that shit on clearance. If you're at 40, it's time to put that shit at the outlet. If you're at 50, Salvation Army.
This guy's dead, yeah?
Yeah.
Thank God.
You said sorry to his family. So
I am not sorry.
Video. You insert this video in the clip.
Just send me the link. I'm not sorry, but oh my God.
So the video
you've just watched,
it's like the guy says after 27 it's time to sell. After 30 it's time to put your shit on clearance. After 35
basically you're losing value the older you
get as a woman.
That's not true. Yeah, that's not true. No. I'm struggling with this because it's also kind of how we are brought up societally, even with our parents. This is the age
even
where,
from women. It doesn't have to come from like red pill content. It's just society.
Yes. Every wedding, family event I've attended this year has been met with, so when is yours happening?
What are you?
Wedding? Yeah. Or
me, I'm always being
I'm ready for you as I'm actually so tired because as much as that's something I would want at some point, it's not happening today. Like, it's not gonna happen, and there's nothing that you'll do that will make it happen any faster.
I think the problem with them, I know I know that people say biological clock, you know, after 30, after 30, after 35, your kids have higher chances of being what, all these health complications. And obviously fertility, they've said fertility drops after a certain age. I've had all that, but I know women who've gotten their kids in their 40s, in their 50s, and their kids are fine. And you can't, I think the mindset that women depreciate over time is so dangerous because it will make women settle. It's almost telling us, lower your standards because you'll die alone.
Yeah.
But it's just like, who is in their 60s that have died alone that is complaining? I don't know. You know, have we spoken to people who
are single in their 50s and how they feel about it?
Yeah.
I think we rarely have these conversations, and we just assume that just because someone is not with a person that they're unhappy. But actually, you'd find that maybe these people are happier than even people who are married in their 30s.
And I know I've also seen people saying there's like it's a false narrative that in your 50s when you're alone and no kids that you will be happy. Fine, it might also be true. We don't know. Me personally, say this time I'd know.
Yeah, because we've not lived it.
We've not lived it.
The only thing I'll say is that your value is not tied to your age. How valuable you are as a person is not directly relational to how old you are or how young you are. Yes, youth comes with a few things like having more energy for certain things, or I guess looking a certain type of way. But who you are as a person is not directly related to how old you are. And that means that for your partner, it shouldn't matter. They might find you at 40, they might find you at 20, they might find you at 26, they might find you at 50. But to that person who actually matters to you and who will actually add value into your life in the way that you want it to, it won't matter.
I think I don't understand how 90% of the content is what you bring to the table. But then when you're getting, maybe you're looking for a partner in your 30s and you have a job and you have a car, you have a house, you have assets, you have your shit together. There's always that person who's like, now you're no longer valuable because you're no longer young and beautiful. What is the standard? I'm a bit confused, because just if you value XYZ, go to the people who value XYZ. If you value ABC, and your side,
stop bothering the other people on the side of what you don't want. If you don't want it, then leave it alone. That's actually my problem with it. The reason why I find it even difficult to have these conversations is that person, Kevin Samuels, is not my type, because that's how he thinks. So there's no reason for me to start even a conversation on, oh no, you're valuable at whatever age, because it doesn't matter. You will never be my type. I don't want to get with you. I don't want you to understand my point of view because I don't care about you like that.
That's true.
And that's why even with other people who approach me with red pill type content in real life, and that's truly what you believe, I won't try and argue and debate it.
I think we've gotten to a point where you're no longer fighting some battles. It's not my business to teach you.
Exactly. I'm not going to teach you how to be that all women are respectable regardless of whether they're plus size or they're not. Or you telling me that I am what was I told the other day? I am. So you telling me that I am what every guy would want because of my size, because mimi ni size ya kila mtu.
What does that mean?
First of all,
oh my God.
And then
telling you your first goods. Like, kwanza nyinyi mnasonga.
Exactly. It's like, actually the question was, why are you single? Everyone would want you. Like, what do you mean?
But you wouldn't want everyone.
First of all, I wouldn't want everyone, but everyone would want me. And I asked, why would everyone want me? It's like, because of your size.
Who is this bottom of the barrel guy? Oh my God, I'm so tired. I'm too tired on your behalf. I'm sorry.
Yeah, it's the same way. Someone also tried to hook me up with their friend, like, oh, you know, you single, you interested? Oh yeah, I want to hook you up with my friend. I'm like, oh yeah, I think you guys would really get along.
Okay,
like,
that's fine.
Listen, I'm like, oh, interesting. Why do you think so? Oh yeah, because when he says yake, like, you think we would get along because I look the way I look, not because of anything else.
I even thought, I know you and I know him, and I think your personalities would align.
That is also what I was expecting. I was expecting him to say something like, oh, you know, you're business minded, or something in that line.
Nothing.
Of like,
he said zero character.
Just nothing about my personality, and I don't know. I don't know how to feel about it. And I'm like, is it a compliment? But you know,
now that I think about it, is it the same as when, because when you meet someone, nowadays when I'm being introduced to people, I always ask, am I your type? Because no, like physically. Forget when you get to know me and you fall in love. Yeah,
We love.
forget that part. Because I think it's very easy for people to pretend that. Also, maybe it depends on the type of people I've met. Sometimes I think I've met men who will only get to know you just to sleep with you because you're a woman, not because not because you're even their type.
Yeah, because you have a JJ.
Yeah, and it's just like, how is having a vagina your type? Like, I'm confused.
That's
That's not a standard.
not a
Everyone has one. Like, not everyone, but like all women. Now it's even
That
about
one,
to
that
out.
one.
I don't know.
All cis women
Have vaginas.
Yeah.
That is not a standard. Like, that's why I ask, am I your type? Because I don't have time. I don't have time for you to introduce me to someone, and then he's like, yeah, but I don't do petite
I want
babes.
big body girl.
I want a bunda. I want a nyash. And I'm just like, wow, then what am I doing here? Because you're wasting my sweet time, sir. You're wasting my sweet time.
Imagine, I kind of get it from that angle, like asking so that you can know whether we are proceeding with this.
Yeah.
It's very different from someone only talking to you because of
how you look.
You can approach me initially because of how I look, and then eventually, I guess the first thing you see is my appearance.
Yeah.
You're attracted to me because of how I look, and then
We
move
proceed.
forward. It can be the only thing you ever see.
I think I'm just
Over
disappointed
time.
in your friend
Yeah.
because they would have done better
They
in terms
should
of,
have done
oh yeah,
better.
I think, because men
Yeah.
think, oh my God, some of my guy friends, because I have very beautiful female friends,
Yeah.
but every time my friends are like, why are you not introducing me? Why are you not hooking me up? And I'm like, I know my girlfriends. One,
Yeah,
you're not their type.
like, I also
and
know
not,
you.
And not even,
Yeah.
you're not their type physically. It's just, I've had you talk, we're friends. You know,
Yeah.
you're unfiltered and you're unfiltered when you're with your
raw,
friends.
'cause
You're
it's a
very,
safe
you're
space.
yourself.
Yeah.
I know you as yourself. And I know
Yes.
my sister over there as herself.
There's
I'm
no
Tatoboa.
way. This.
I'm Tatoboa. And one thing
Yeah.
about me, I'm not going to break my friends' hearts. Both sides.
Yeah.
Both male or female.
Yeah.
Because, hatufanyi hiyo kazi.
Because there's no point of you introducing me to someone, and then after date one, I'm like, Maya, why did I waste my time? You knew we wouldn't get along. Anyway, I get it. So let me show you my video.
There's a large contingent of men out there who don't want to wear makeup, who don't want to be girls, who don't want to be told they're toxic because they want to go to the gym, who want to drive nice cars, who want to have money, who want to have hot chicks. And there's nothing wrong with us. We are not evil. We are not bad. We're not misogynistic. We're not out to hurt anybody. Let me tell you one more thing. When bad things happen, they call men like us. The feminists who hate us and call us toxic, the second they have trouble, they'll call a police officer. Do you think they want a feminist male to turn up or a man like me and you? They need us and they use us. But the second we have an opinion, the second I decide to voice and talk about the things that we talk about, explain our points of view, they want to cancel us. They don't want us to speak. They just want us to defend them, build the railroads, build the roads, be the workhorses, be the slaves, and they think we're not allowed our point of view. Well, they made a fucking mistake because I, like every great leader throughout history, charge first, before my army. Cavalry charge at the enemy. You can cancel me. I'm about to pave the road for every other man out here with an opinion who's going to get canceled. I'll show you where to fucking go.
Yeah. First of all, you ain't gotta shout.
Why are you shouting?
You don't need to shout.
Oh, but
let's
let's not make that joke, because you don't remember that TikTok for when my boyfriend got it right and then I don't have an argument, so I say, why are you shouting? Why are you shouting?
No, for real though.
No, but why is he shouting?
I feel like as much as
that
us
about?
guys can get loud, we've never sat here recording the podcast and we are like yelling.
Why is he shouting? Anyway, okay.
Anyway, shouting aside, let's go into the merits of what you said.
So, do you remember when we were discussing that red pill content is a response to feminism, radical feminism?
Yeah.
I feel like that's what he might not have said whatever he needed to say well, and it was probably wrapped in a bit of
Yep.
shit. But he's just saying, I think he was trying to, should I address the first, let me not address the first part of the video. Maybe I'm going to address the railroad policeman, blah, blah, blah.
Yes, yeah.
I agree that radical feminism has minimized it's minimized the role that men play in our society. And men are valued. Maybe we might not say it every day. We don't come here and appreciate you all the time. But yes, physically and also because of their physical attributes, men contribute a lot to our society. They are literally the ones who are building. When we say they've built this city, they've built this
with their hands.
They have.
Baby girl over here can't even lift a suitcase. So
we
appreciate you.
You're here. That's why we want you to open our doors.
I know, right?
Because you have strength.
Yeah.
No, but seriously, we appreciate you for all you do. So you're part of Kosawa.
Yeah.
Like it's a fact.
It is true.
We need to stop behaving like men do not contribute.
Yeah.
Because they do a lot more than we give them credit for. Ngine, I don't know what was going on. I think he was hurt, but he needs to sweetie, is everything okay? Like, is everything okay at home? Because what was that about? So people can't do makeup.
Yes. He's getting into men who wear makeup, men who want to go to the gym. There's nothing inherently wrong with any of those things.
Yeah.
No one is shunning people who are going to the gym, but you are inherently shunning men who are more feminine and softer. And I think the problem is that they want men to be masculine, and how they define masculinity
is very
physically strong and away from emotions that are not anger, emotions that are not jealousy. If you are trying to be empathetic, if you're trying to express an emotion that is softer, it's like happiness or, like a gentler type of emotion and its expression.
Yeah.
You're not masculine enough to be a man, according to them. Or you're a better man, you're not an alpha male. And for them, the goal is to be an alpha male.
Okay, I get that, but I think the problem with the phrasing is it's almost like he's saying this type of man is greater than this type of man.
Yes.
The guys who go to the gym, the guys who are better than the guys who paka makeup or identify with XYZ. The things you're saying, like they're emotionally in touch with they're in touch with the emotions, or their emotional intelligence is higher than others, or they're politically correct. I don't know. That was a lot of anger for no reason. I didn't understand.
Angry.
And maybe it's also the thing that fuels the red pill content.
Anger.
Not even anger. The anger of feeling like they can't speak their mind. But the issue is not even them speaking their mind. It's what are they saying when they're speaking their mind. Because it's very, like I can come here and I can say whatever I want. But is my content detrimental to a whole generation or people coming up or people? Because if you're going to teach people about being men, is the version of masculinity that you're teaching them the right thing?
Yeah.
Is it correct? Is it healthy? Is it sustainable?
Yeah.
Because now you tell a man, okay, we'll come and talk the way we want, but you're telling him that anyone who's telling him otherwise is silencing him or censoring him. He's going to be angry. His response is gonna be
anger,
violence, and that's not what are we selling?
Let's look at how this impacts the relationships men and women have. Because now let me go back to the conversation I had with my acquaintance. I thought so. I
can't even take you seriously with that line. But okay,
The conversation we had with my acquaintance. And then he said, for this specific, we had a sit-down meal. For this specific meal, he paid for it. And he said, I've never paid for a babe who I'm not going to sleep with. This is the first time, and I won't do it again in the next 8 months just to regain my masculinity. I told him, do you want me to send you my share? I said, no, it's fine. I understand that the value that you bring, and I'm the one who has to submit, so it's fine. So you understand the value that a person brings, regardless of you having to sleep with them, but still, you're going to say something like, I'm not going to pay for a meal for any woman. I'm not going to take anyone out unless I am guaranteed
the fact
that I will sleep with her.
The guy who I just read,
also
has the same notion.
Exactly.
He has the notion of if I'm paying for something, like if I meet a woman and I take her out, then I'm going to have to sleep with her.
Yeah. now we're getting to how dangerous red pill can get. Because if someone who is 18 and he has this person who I was talking to was like 30 and understands the nuances of consent. If someone who's 18 and he has this person
assumes
that
they're meaning
every time you spend on a woman, you should be getting nyash, and if you're not getting it, there's something wrong with that woman, and you should react in an entitled manner or like in an aggressive manner, because that is what you're owed. You paid for food. You paid 2,000 bob at cafe. I need to hit it.
Babe, 2,000 bob. Me see, I lived in a county where oh God, I lived in a county where a guy would take. You're not even going out with him. You went to the club with your girlfriend. The assumption is that you're prostitutes, because why are women outside? Why are women outside?
Why are you not in the kitchen?
Not on their own coin? Yeah. How is that even possible? On top of that, they'll buy you a drink, beer, beer 200, and you want to take me home? I don't even care. Hata ungenunulia sawa moe.
Yeah.
Bado unanipeleka wapi? I just met you. What's going on here? Like, the entitlement that comes with this content is what is actually scary.
That's the dangerous part.
And then when you're young, you don't know how to sieve. Like right now, my friend was telling me, one of my other friends, not this one, alikuwa anasema he listens to that content but he sieves it because he knows what is acceptable and what isn't. There are some things he's not gonna do. He's not gonna treat his sisters or his mother like that, or he's not gonna treat women he knows, because he's been raised properly and he knows the value women bring in a certain way. But then, so he sieves through the content. He takes the things that will better him and the things that anaacha zenye. But now there are people who don't know that.
Yes.
Someone who doesn't know how to be a man and is learning on YouTube, how will they know the difference?
12-year-old, 13-year-old growing up on this type of content will not know the difference between be aggressive in this situation or don't, or this is how you exercise reason and don't do this.
Yeah.
They will just be entitled and aggressive through and through, because that's how you assert dominance. Essentially.
Really, they are asserting dominance. What are we, animals? Like, what is going on here?
I know.
The language is so problematic.
The language is very...
power dynamics.
Exactly. And I'm really avoiding to use the word misogyny, but some of the language is rooted in misogyny.
It is
because
it's trying to say that they are better. They are
the reason why they're entitled to your body is because they are above you,
or they are the dominant sex.
Yes, because I mean, as what you said, they do most of the like handiwork, like building the roads and what.
Fine.
But that makes them the better sex, and them being men in a masculine, dominant, alpha type,
and being the providers and the protectors.
Yes, makes them the dominant gender, and because they're the dominant gender, they can impose whatever they want from the lesser gender, which is women.
It's wild.
That's
yeah.
Yeah.
I think we're getting triggered. I think we need to wrap up. I just hope you've understood where we're coming from.
Yes. And me, I'm actually open to hearing from people who support red pill content and why you support it and how it benefits you as a person.
Yeah.
And if you don't support it, also you feel free to tell us.
Comment.
But I know how hard it can be to feel like you're debating people who are not going to listen. So if I was listening to us, I don't know if I would be over there on the comments typing that these people should or should not, like how I actually
but I think we've actually highlighted the positives of the red pill content, which is positive masculinity, and the brotherhood that it creates. We've also mentioned that
the pushing for like work hard and make your own money, especially like maybe let's draw the line at do whatever it takes, don't do illegal things, but they do push for, you need
being
to work hard, take care of yourself, take care of your
being.
body. In essence, those objectively are not bad things.
Yeah, even the concept of criticizing extreme feminist point of views, that's 10 over 10. That's acceptable. But when it comes to when you're making content that's dangerous and harmful to other people, that's a problem. That's a problem to anyone. Like, we're not gonna sit here and start saying, women should be stabbing men, and you'll be okay. That's fine. They are sisterhood. No.
Yeah.
It's good. It's okay to call something what it is. If it's bad, it's bad. If it's good, it's good. We move.
Yeah. So now let's answer the question I asked in the first few minutes.
Are
you a feminist?
Yes, I am.
Okay.
I just don't identify with the term anymore because of the negative connotation it has, but I am. And I think if I was to really think about it, I'd probably say I'm a cultural feminist.
I don't know what that is.
You don't remember we learned that in did you do gender and the law?
I did.
Yeah, you don't remember?
I remember all types of feminism.
It's like the one where you acknowledge that women and men are not... It's not that they're not equal, but they are different. So you're all sexes bring different things to the table, but we all deserve human respect equally. But you can acknowledge that men are better at XYZ and women are better at XYZ.
Understood.
Yeah. Are you a feminist?
So thank you guys for joining us today.
You're wicked.
I kid. I am, and I'm actually not. I do identify as a feminist, but I always feel the need to explain my feminism
because
people just judge you. I am an intersectional feminist, and I'm also the type of feminist that believes men and women are not the same, but we deserve equal opportunities. Mine highlight the opportunities. Whether someone chooses to make use of these opportunities or not, whatever. And I advocate for it more on a systemic level, more on a governance level and policy level than on a interpersonal level of as a woman I should be cooking or cleaning. Nah, I really don't care whatever happens inside people's homes.
Do you?
But on a systemic level, I think there should be equal opportunities
for all of us.
For all of us, from ground level, nursery. Everyone should be going to school. Everyone should be yes. So that's my type of feminism, and I am not afraid to say that I am. But in certain places, I will not say it.
The funny thing is, I've said here I'm a cultural feminist and I identify as that, but I know a lot of people who know me who'd probably be like, no, they think I'm a radical feminist, but it's because I shall not keep quiet when you're trying us.
The problem is radical.
But I don't think I'm a radical feminist, but I think there are people who'd think that.
Speaking out about like feminist issues does not automatically make you a radical feminist.
That's true.
It's just that radical feminists are also the loudest.
That's true.
Yeah.
But I think maybe I'm strong in my opinion, so it might come off that way.
Don't I get it?
You understand exactly what I mean.
I get it. Yeah.
So yeah.
That said, thank you so much for joining us. We hope you enjoyed this episode, and make sure to catch us on our socials at Nairobi Sisterhood on Instagram. For me, my Instagram is I am Ngina.
Mine is Maya Mushemi.
Yeah. See you guys next time. Bye.